Aaron, you. Why did you keep quiet about this whole time? About that this whole time? Because I was concerned about Historia. I couldn't allow her to become a Titan based only on my own uncertain information. I don't want that. I will admit that it was a thoughtless decision, but if it's really true, we'll talk about that later. Zeke's secret plan makes sense too. Are you insane? You're going to trust them? That's right. Who knows what'll happen if we let all those enemy soldiers onto the island? We ought to string them up and behead them all. No, we can't do that. If we want to protect this island from Marley's survey boats, we need the volunteers to cooperate with us. If she doesn't contact them through her wireless communication, this survey fleet, come in. They got some wireless communication, man. Survey Fleet 2 here. Thank goodness. Our boat ran around aground. We've been waiting for help for so long. We'll be right there. What's your position? Understood. That cove. Our numbers. Don't worry. We're heading there with two survey ships. Hey, are you okay? Everything will be fine. Oh my god, dude. This is so messed up. Oh man. The Colossal Titan. How? The enemy, the ship's in danger. Hurry, jump off. Welcome to our filthy island, home to the defiled devils. We'll make you feel right at home so long as you like pig piss. Feel free to turn me down, of course, if you didn't want to come ashore. You'll need to swim back home. It was fun back then. I don't think I mentioned this the last time. Well, the first time that we saw Armin in his Titan form, just how much like skinnier it is compared to Berthold when he was in that Titan form. Um, yeah, that difference between the two, just how much skinnier Armin's is compared to Berthold's. Um, all right. True as aliens, we were feared and hated by the world, by the people on the other side of the sea whose faces we didn't even know. But not all of those people across the ocean were our enemies. We'll start by making the thing this island needs most. This is called a port. Of course, a port. The kids will love that. It's not a toy. Is it gonna have a mixed bath too? It's not a hot spring, you stupid perv. This thing is tasty, right? It's cruel, man. Like him going back to Sasha is absolutely cruel, man. I hate it. It's not something you eat. It's this must be a place where ships could safely lower anchor. I see. So we can use the captured ships to trade with people across the sea. Exactly, Hanji. This is a place that will connect you to the world. That's amazing, Onya Kopan. Where will the kids play? Baths are important too. By the way, Onya Kopan, why is your skin so dark? She did not. She did not just say that. But I mean, that is an interesting question, right? Because he is the first, like, kind of dark skinned character that we've seen, at least to my recollection. Um, so I don't know. I feel like that's like a little bit like world building, right? Because he's not Eldian, right? So obviously there's other parts in this world that we've yet to see that there's gonna be all different walks of life, right? um Different cultures, different kinds of people, and I that really kind of gets me excited if we ever do delve deeper into not just Marley, not just the island, but like around the unexplored places. I think that really does get me excited. um and the fact that we are moving along with this plan of, okay, let's talk to our allies, the other people who hate Marley. Let's talk to them. I think because we're moving in that direction, I do hope and I think that we will get the opportunity to see some other places, but I don't know. Um, anyway, our creator had a thought. Wouldn't it be interesting if there were more kinds of people in the world? The same goes for the subjects of Ymir, who can turn into titans. All of us exist because someone meant for us to exist. Then who made us? The one who gave power to Ymir, the founder. In other words, a god. That's what some people think. We are all free to think as we like, no? The world was so complicated and full of unknowns. Um, what is this food? Is this stuff edible? Is this your first time having seafood? Man, this is so cool though. Like, I didn't even think about that, but just like some of the food, like just some of the things that the people on the island have never gotten to experience is wild, right? Uh, and this goes beyond just the new technologies that Hanji is being introduced to. The like quick fire gun or whatever, the ports, the Wi-Fi communication, air warfare or whatever. Now it's new foods that they've never gotten to try before. This is really really cool, man. Um, Nicolo is a master of Marley and cooking. That guy looks miserable cooking. He looks absolutely miserable. That's so funny. Damn it, why do I have to? You Eldians are free not to eat it. Why would I want any of you to? Look at Sasha. Hey, no fair, Sasha. Mr. Nicolo, you're a genius. Oh, he actually started blushing too. Learn some manners. I've never had something like this before. There's still some left. You don't need to rush. Okay, now we're back with Aaron. The port will be done soon. Progress has been so fast since those Marleyan military engineers decided to help. I'm surprised they agreed to it. Sure, we were suspicious of each other at first, so we started off slowly. But once time passed and we started looking at each other as people, not labels, I think we can understand one another. This is really nice, man. And again, just seeing how excited Hanchi is about all this, too. And she's getting introduced to trains as well, man. And that will definitely help with trade, just like transporting goods, you know, back and forth between long distances and stuff. If they are going to implement that onto the island, um, I don't know if they would. Right? Would that really make sense for them to do so? Um, anyway, Armin, did you see anything in Bertholdt's memories? Oh no, nothing that seemed useful. We don't have time. Zeke's only got 3 years left to live. Yeah, about that. Also, I kind of like I don't know his face. I feel like his face in this shot kind of says otherwise. Like I don't know. I'm definitely skeptical that in all of Bertholdt's memories there wasn't some piece of useful information, right? Or something that he found of worth, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like I'm just a little bit skeptical about that. Um, do you think it's okay for us to just go along with Yelena's plan like this? Is there a problem? I just wonder if the only way for us to protect the Eldian people really is to threaten the world with the rumbling. It would truly be like a nightmare, and the world would have to live in fear. Can't we talk before things get that bad? We can speak to Marley and others around the world once the port is done if we just resolved our misunderstandings. What? What do you mean by misunderstandings? Like people thinking we're scary. The world sees us as monsters that can turn into titans. Are they wrong about that? But we've been able to get along with some Marlians. How many? Most of the soldiers who came here are still glaring at us from prison cells. Well, if we just spent more time, yeah, we need time. Yes, and to buy us that time, we've got to keep them from messing with us. I don't know if this is like. I feel like this is because when we when we got reintroduced to the big three, right? The core group of Mikasa, Armin, and Aaron, like it just felt like something was off about them, right? Like just right from the get go, seeing them together. Um, Not like there was something like wrong with them, but just like in terms of like how they were interacting with each other, like something had happened to that relationship, right? I think it's more on Aaron's side that he's just become, so like I don't want to say unrecognizable, but like I don't know, like I feel like you would struggle to understand him if you were his friend at this point, right? So I feel like because of that, that might have put in like a strain on the relationship. Um, so I don't know. I feel like maybe this is probably that first moment where you kind of see the I guess like the wedge between the three of these characters, or seeing them maybe drift apart because you see Armin and Mikasa as well actually kind of taking a more optimistic point of view of like hey, like maybe we don't even need to get to that the rumbling, unleashing all the titans, right? Like that's like that should be like a last resort thing, right? Like what if we actually try to communicate with these people to um make them understand that hey, we're not we're not these devils, we're not these awful people. And then of course you have Aaron kind of on the flip side of that, like hey, we are those people, right? We are monsters who can turn into titans and all this stuff. Like so he's I feel like the more like realistic viewpoint as opposed to Armin and Mikasa who are way more optimistic about this, um, who seemingly don't want to cause like a fucking massacre, right? Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just I feel like I might be I don't know if I'm reading too into it, but like I feel like this might have been like the first kind of like moment of okay, like these three characters starting to drift a little bit. Um, I don't know. Drift might be like an overreaction on my part, but I don't know. Like there's just something funky, like something strange going on between them. Um, we're cutting right back to the Sasha getting shot. Um, and this is actually something really cool that so like the last this is oh my god, this is such a cool cut, man. So Aaron, with the rifle here in this shot, firing off, and then right very next page, it's like I can see this in the anime being done perfectly, right? Like you actually do see just the barrel of the gunshot going off, and then literally the next cut is Sasha getting shot. So I feel like in your mind you would think like, oh, Aaron was the one who shot Sasha when we already saw who did it. Um, so I don't know. I feel like it's a little like maybe not subtle, but it's like Isayama kind of being like, hey, like Aaron is kind of responsible for this, right? Which I he is, right? He kind of is. If he didn't really like push, the Survey Corps into coming into Marley in the first place, then maybe we would still have Sasha. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I wonder if just maybe there was another different path. Yeah, maybe, man. I keep on coming back to that. Today was the funeral for the 8 soldiers who died in the last operation, including Sasha. I thought I understood Aaron better than anyone, even Mikasa, but I don't understand him anymore. Okay, so okay. So that's interesting that even he is coming out and saying that too. Aaron was ready to do it even by himself. Whether we helped him or abandoned him, the outcome would have been awful either way. But now we've killed a huge number of people. Nothing was left untouched. Not battleships, not soldiers, not civilians. We showed up out of nowhere and took everything from them, just like what happened to us that day. Then again, if that military port had been left intact, Marley would have launched an immediate counterattack on this island. We've abandoned any hope for peace now, but we had to do it. Just like the three of you that day. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I do wonder if there was like I don't know, man. It just sucks. Like I know we had to do it, but like Aaron just going off, to doing that by himself and essentially like dragging like the survey corps to like come over there. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Um, and it is really messed up because it is like playing into that label that the Marlians have put on the Eldians of them being these monsters, these demons and stuff like that. And I feel like like Aaron really like played into that um, by coming into Marley and basically destroying everything. And Annie is literally the next fucking page of this chapter. What the hell is going on, man? I flipped the page and Annie is right there. What, dude? Right, and Armin is talking to Annie. What? Um, Let me show you guys this page first. Go back, dude. Are you kidding me? And that's it. That's the only thing we got to Annie in this chapter. Oh my god. I hope okay, but this is good, right? This is like I think hopefully getting the ball rolling. Like Isayama is like I haven't forgotten about her. Like she's coming, right? Like I hope that's what this means. Um, right, Annie? Please say something. So your reports say you were victorious. Ignorance is a fighting thing. I'm going to kill you, send your corpse to Marley, and reveal everything about your plot. It'll probably spell the end for your grandparents. Um, but if this secret plan of yours is real, I wouldn't mind waiting a little bit longer before slicing you into pieces. I don't care either way. I'm always so grateful for your generous words, but I think you need to let me meet Aaron first. Okay? Think you could stop glaring at me? We got Gabby and Falco. If we don't win, we die. If we win, we live. If we don't fight, we can't win. Fight. Fight. Oh man, dude. Aaron with the man bun too. Dude, so like so much happened in this chapter. That's the end of the volume, by the way. 26. So much happened in this chapter, man. Like there's so much to go over, but my mind is still like just fixated on Annie, right? Um, God, because like we, well, for me personally, God, 20. So like I watched, season one in 2013 when it aired. Um, you guys might have to tell me in the comments below. Did season one? I don't know when it went, like what month it started. Did it go into 2014 or was it all in 2013? Because if it was all in 2013, then it's been what 7 years since I've last seen Annie. Um, God, that's oh my God, that's I really hope we get more with her. And it's crazy, man. Like she's really been this entire time skip, the entirety of the 3 years. She's still been in the shell. I would have expected her to come out at some point, but I don't know. I almost feel like is she dead? like like it's pretty insane that she's just been in there for 3 years, right? Um, does she not require food? like, oh man, dude, this is. I'm excited because to me this means that we're gonna get something with her soon. Um, we're heading towards the final arc, I would assume, and I feel like she has to be a major player in this final arc. I would be disappointed if otherwise. Um, but yeah, man. I guess that's pretty much it for this chapter, man. Like there was so much. I didn't even really get too much into the whole like Zeke and his secret plan thing. Um, I feel like it is pretty safe to assume, right, that his plan involves, the rumbling, right? Um, and I also do like sympathize with, even though we had like the level head people of like, Pixis, wanting to actually hear more of what Zeke had to say. You have Hanji and Aaron like kind of like wanting to agree with Zeke's terms, and you basically had like everyone else like saying like, no, why would we trust this guy? I see both sides, and I like kind of the arguments because it is like, yeah, man, like Zeke came in here and killed a ton of people, right? Um, so like I would be apprehensive of trusting him as well. So I like it isn't just like just 100% okay. Yeah, let's trust him. Like no, there is a little bit of pushback there. Um, but the secret plan, man, I'm really excited to see that coming into fruition, for sure. But yeah, this is a jam-packed chapter, man. There was so much in it. But that's pretty much it for this reaction, guys. That's gonna do it for me. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.